Do you know that the average amount of time that a person in midlife who is contemplating a change in their career spends contemplating? 5 years. Think about all of the income and the enjoyment and fulfillment that that person has lost out on waiting 5 years to make a change. So, what does a person need to do in order to speed up that time frame? A number of years ago, my husband and I were out west, and we were on vacation and decided we'd do something a little bit out of our comfort zone. We decided we wanted to go to a Hopi village. In order to get to that village, we had to cross some very open land that belonged to the Navajo Nation. We had a map and we set out thinking we were just fine. And then we got out into the middle of this open land and discovered that there were no road markers. We felt that we were very lucky to have gotten to that Hopi village. It would have been just as possible that we would have gone around in circles and ended up back where we started. Or worse yet, we could have found ourselves in the middle of the night, in the dark, lost in the middle of that land. Most of the people who reach out to me for coaching come to me because they're in midlife and they sense or even know that they need to make a change in their career. But it's a little disconcerting and confusing often. So you may be thinking that, well, what they need is a map. And yes, you're right. Maps can be very helpful. However, just like when my husband and I found ourselves out in the middle of that open land, a person can take off with a map and find themselves in the middle of a project or a new change and find themselves lost with no road markers. So, what do we really need then in order to be able to make a change in our career? You need to be able to take a risk, and risk needs courage and confidence. Now, I will be straight with you. I am not talking about a risk like the very first time I jumped out of an airplane if I had gone by myself. I love skydiving. I love it. However, I know and was confident and courageous to do the skydiving because I knew that the person that I was going with had jumped hundreds of times, knew what to do and how to maneuver and how to land. And I knew that he didn't want to die any more than I wanted to die. That is what a coach can do for you if you're contemplating a career change. When you're ready to make that change, a lot of fear can show up, confusion, disconcernment. And what a coach can do is to help you build your confidence and your courage to not only take that first step, but also to keep going when their markers disappear. That means that the coach is there who has the experience and the foresight to see what could show up, to ask the questions ahead of time so that you can make really good choices that will allow you to get where you really want to go, and not only where you want to go on the map, but where you want to go on this map and this map, and do it with a sense of security, financial security, emotional security. If you have ever contemplated, or you're contemplating now, a change in your career, then you know what? Reach out to me, message me. Let's have a conversation. Or you can go down into the comments and I'll leave a link where you can schedule a time. When we talk, it's just an introduction. It's an opportunity for us to get to know each other, because coaching is always a partnership. And we want to make sure that if we're going to work together, that we're going to be in alignment. So that's the first conversation. And then if it looks like we are a good fit, then we can have a conversation about what it would look like to coach. And if not, I'll give you some resources and you can go on your way and we'll maintain a great relationship. If you have been contemplating making a change, I encourage you not to wait any longer. Don't be that person that takes 5 years to make a decision and then realize how much of their life they've left behind. Reach out to me now. Great things, great things are happening right now. Let's get going.